An island where nature has unleashed something so bizarre, you might have never seen anything like it before. But guess what? A satellite captured every second of it from above. Whether it's a plane crash hidden deep inside the frozen forests of Siberia, a mysterious square-shaped structure sitting in the heart of the Sahara Desert, or thousands of colorful wells carved into the remote coast of Somalia. Our world is full of strange, mind-blowing places that remain completely invisible from the ground. But today, we're revealing 10 of these hidden locations. And as always, we'll try to explain the bizarre stories behind them. Iwo Jima, the island where the sea is disappearing. About 1,200 kilometers southeast of Japan lies a small Pacific island called Iwo Jima. During World War II, Japan and the United States fought a brutal battle here, and traces of that war still lie scattered across the island. But the real surprise is underwater, or at least it used to be. If you look at the 2005 satellite image, you'll notice what appear to be rocks about 200 meters off the west coast. But in the latest satellite images, the sea has pulled back, and those rocks are actually shipwrecks. Yes, shipwrecks that were once underwater are now sitting on completely dry land. These were U.S. Navy ships destroyed during the 1945 battle. But here's the mystery. When global warming is raising sea levels everywhere, why is the sea level dropping around Iwo Jima? Tell me your theory in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. Siberia, a plane crash frozen in time. Deep in the wilderness of northeastern Russia flows the Olenyok River, and beside it lies an old oxbow lake. Zoom in on this area, and you'll spot the wreckage of a plane hidden among the trees. It looks like a twin-engine Antonov AN-30, and according to the Bureau of Aircraft Accidents, on June 2nd, 2022, this plane took off from Yakutsk, carrying 6.5 tons of cargo and 7 crew members. But just 15 kilometers from its destination, both engines failed due to fuel exhaustion. The pilot had no choice but to crash land in the forest. Miraculously, everyone survived, but the aircraft was destroyed. In the photos taken at the time, the tail elevators are missing, and even today, you can see those same broken parts lying near the crash site on Google Earth. 3. Disappointment Island, beauty that betrayed sailors. South of New Zealand lies Auckland Island, and right next to it is one of the most strangely named places on Earth, Disappointment Island. But why such a gloomy name? Back in the 18th and 19th centuries, whalers often passed through this region after months at sea. Food, water, and firewood would run out, so spotting a lush green island from a distance felt like salvation. But after sailing hundreds of miles to reach it, the truth hit them hard. No lakes, no fresh water, no trees, nothing to eat, and icy winds so brutal that surviving here was nearly impossible. Every sailor who landed here left one emotion behind: disappointment. And that emotion became the island's name. China. 2 sinkholes the size of football fields. In the northwestern deserts of China's Xinjiang region, Google Earth shows a massive isolated facility. Next to it are 2 gigantic stone-like structures, each as big as a football field. At first glance, they look like enormous boulders casting strange shadows. But when you compare the shadows around them, something feels off. The truth? They're not rocks at all, but 2 gigantic connected sinkholes. Historical satellite images show these were created recently, but as for why, that mystery remains unsolved. Spain, the island buried in ash. A few hundred kilometers off the West African coast lies La Palma, home to nearly 100,000 people. On the 17th of August, 2020, everything looked perfectly normal from space. But just 2 days later, on the 19th of August, a nearby volcano erupted violently. Entire neighborhoods were buried under a thick blanket of volcanic ash, and even today, much of it remains frozen in time under that gray layer. 6. Saudi Arabia, a massive square in the desert. Deep inside the Arabian desert stands a mysterious 400-meter-wide square. One side even looks like an entrance. Zooming out reveals something interesting. In 2007, several large structures or camps existed inside this square, but in 2006, nothing. meaning everything here was built in just 1 year. The tire tracks and layout strongly suggest this was an oil exploration camp where workers dig trenches around their temporary shelters to keep dangerous animals out. A little further away, you'll find another square with similar activity from the same year. 7. Lake Oroville, the SUV that rose from the depths. In 2020, severe drought hit California, causing Lake Oroville to almost completely dry up. One particular location usually sits under 65 feet of water. But when the lake dried, satellite images revealed something shocking: a crashed SUV lying in plain sight. There's a sharp turn on the nearby highway, so it's possible the vehicle once rolled off the road and sank, only to reappear when the water disappeared. 8. Somalia. Thousands of colorful wells. Along the Somalian coast, satellite images show thousands of circular pits, each about 10 meters wide and filled with colorful water. These aren't natural phenomena. Local communities dig these wells to 1. Trap groundwater before seawater contaminates the land. 2. Extract salt, which they then sell. Because the area is extremely hot, the water evaporates quickly, turning these wells into natural salt harvesting ponds. 9. Ukraine, a bomber, hidden under tires. A 2023 satellite image of a Ukrainian airbase shows a massive Tupolev Tu-95 strategic bomber, but its surface is covered in big black circular patches. These patches weren't present the year before. They're actually old vehicle tires placed over the aircraft. Why? To confuse drone detection systems during the early days of the Russia-Ukraine war. The rubber disrupts automated recognition systems by distorting the bomber's digital silhouette, making it harder for drones or missiles to lock onto it. 10. Sahara Desert, an ancient volcano revealed. And finally, our journey brings us to the vast Sahara Desert. Hidden among the dunes is a beautiful geological formation captured in 2013. It appears to be the exposed crater or magma chamber of an ancient volcano that has been dormant for hundreds of years.